Hey guys, welcome back to Intuitive Angling, and appreciate you guys swinging by the channel today to watch the video. And guys, today got a little fun video. I've had a chance over the past 40 years to pull my bass boat pretty much coast to coast, all the major lakes across the country. I've been up into Canada, I've been down on the southern border, I've been out on the west coast, I've been out on the east coast, everywhere in between. So I've had a chance to go through a lot of different states and cities and areas of the country pulling a boat. I'm going to talk about in today's video some of the worst places that you will ever want to tow your boat in. Some of the best places too, but I'm going to really try to talk about some areas you need to avoid at all costs pulling a boat. So we're going to dig into that in today's episode here. Also, guys, we got about another week left in the sale. Cast King has got this Patriot Special going on for our country's 250th anniversary. Red, white, and blue logos here. It's got the Royal Legend bait cast reel, 7-foot 3-inch medium heavy bait cast rod, built for stout, tournament grade. They've also got a spinning rod in this color pattern too. So I'll put the Cast King link in the description of this video if you guys would like to order one there. And also, guys, a real quick reminder here that Tackle Warehouse has got all of my Blaukat Throwback jigs back in stock. We've had them sold. Some of them have been sold out for a couple weeks here. If you guys would like to get some, I'll have these listed in my Tackle Warehouse link in the description of this video. We got 7 colors, 3 different sizes in both my Throwback jig and my Power Finesse jig. So you can get them through my Tackle Warehouse link in this video description. Really appreciate that. Okay, guys, let's talk a little bit about this. This is sort of going to be a fun video. I started pulling my bass boat. 1985 was my first year on the circuit. And my very first tournament was at the St. Lawrence River in New York. And excuse me, I hadn't been outside Missouri. I was only 23 years old, I think, and so I hadn't been within an hour or two from the house pulling a boat. So pulling my boat to New York, upstate New York, was a big adventure for me. And over the years, I've had a chance to go everywhere. I mean, literally everywhere in the country. In fact, I traveled so much over the past 3 or 4 decades pulling a boat. I can pretty much drive to about any lake in the country without even a map or GPS. I've been there so many times. Like, I've been to Lake Okeechobee in Florida a ton of times. I've been to the Potomac River in Maryland a ton of times. Excuse me. I've been to Lake Champlain a ton of times, the Great Lakes, all in the Gulf Coast states. So when you go year after year after year, you get really familiar with it. So let's talk a little bit about the places that you want to avoid at all costs. First of all, any city, any major city is going to absolutely suck pulling a boat. And there's some of them that are worse than others. So I'll talk about some of the worst ones here. Washington, D.C., guys, if you can all avoid it, never pull a bass boat through Washington, D.C. It's absolutely a crazy zoo there. It's ridiculous. It's insane. All of the cities going across the mid parts of the country, like Nashville and Louisville, all that type of stuff is really bad. Anywhere east of the Mississippi River is going to be worse than any place else. But guys, the number one place that you never want to go through in a bass boat is Atlanta, Georgia. Atlanta, Georgia is a freaking nut house. It goes on forever. It's like, guys, it will literally take you hours just to get across Atlanta, Georgia on the interstate pulling a bass boat there. There is 6 and 7 lanes of traffic. All the nut jobs are driving 100 miles an hour on there. It's the most stupid thing. If I was a cop in Atlanta, Georgia, I would be arresting and confiscating hundreds of people every day by the way they drive there. Atlanta, Georgia has the most nut job group of drivers I have ever seen in my life. And it has been for a long time. Prime example, guys, I was coming back from a tournament. The last tournament I ever fished, where I was coming back through Atlanta, Georgia a few years ago. And I was, again, going through 6 lanes of traffic, and I'm driving the speed limit, which everybody should. Speed limit is the speed limit, guys. Just like my dad said. He goes, Randy, the speed limit is the limit. It doesn't mean you're supposed to go over that. That's the limit of your speed, is whatever that is. And I always remember that. Very wise words by matter of fact. But anyway, I was driving the speed limit, pulling my boat, and this freaking nut job goober comes past me in a Camaro or a Charger. I have no idea how fast he was going. He passed me like I wasn't even moving, probably well over 100 miles an hour, 120 miles an hour in heavy traffic. And I'm like, I guarantee that guy would be in prison for 20 years if I caught him as a cop. So anyway, I drive on down the road probably 3 or 4 miles, and there that asshole is. His car is upside down off the side of the road. He had lost control of his car. Fortunately, he didn't hit anyone else. He flipped it over and was upside down off the side of the road. Served him right. Hopefully he got arrested and put in jail for driving like that. But that goes on all the time in Atlanta. Atlanta is freaking sucks to go in. Go around it if all possible. You do not want to have anything to do with it. Now, the cities are obvious, but there's also some interstates that are terrible too. One of the worst interstates or the worst highways that you ever want to pull a boat on is anywhere down Highway 75 going to Florida. Now, Florida has been destroyed by developers. There's too many people living down there. There's freaking too many snowbirds down there. Highway 75 going from northern Florida all the way down through the south part of the state is a high-stress, hectic thing. It's the same thing, guys. Nobody pays attention to the speed limit. Everybody's driving 90 and 100 miles an hour. It's busy all the time. It's very stressful. Highway 75 absolutely sucks. Stretches, big highways like Highway 10, Highway 40, Highway 70 throughout the country, they have bits and pieces where, some of the traffic is pretty heavy in it. It's usually around cities, but it's nothing like that area. Also, a really bad area before you get to Highway 75 in Florida is Highway 25 out of Nashville down to Atlanta. That's another freaking ridiculous, heavy traffic area. That Highway 24 right out of Nashville, high stress area, stay out of it at all possible. In other words, guys, stay off the highways as much as possible east of the Mississippi and stay out of the cities. And that's why, guys, I hate anywhere east of the Mississippi River. It's like if it was up to me, I would never go east of the Mississippi River because it's overdeveloped, there's too many people, it's too busy, there's too much traffic, all that. The places I do love, and this is one of the good things about it, is out west. It's like once you get out west, guys, if you get west of Missouri and you start to get into Kansas and Oklahoma and Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, like on the highways there, or the highways in Colorado and Utah, absolutely gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. Traffic's not bad at all. You don't have any big cities. There's straight stretches of highway. It's very peaceful and very relaxing. And it just goes back to, guys, we just have too many people in this country. I mean, it's just east of the Mississippi is so overpopulated and it's getting worse like that around, a lot of the world. But it's like, that's the difference as far as the, and it sort of goes to the fact about, what brings you peace and what brings you comfort and comfort and calmness. It's like, if I go to a tournament, if I go west out of Missouri to a tournament, I look forward to it because I know it's going to be a beautiful drive. There's not going to be much traffic. It's going to be a little bit remote. There's going to be some great scenery. But if I have to turn east out of Missouri and go across that Mississippi River, it's like, oh my God, I'm dreading this. It's going to be a freaking zoo nut job, freaking idiots driving 100 miles an hour everywhere. I can't stand it. I do not miss that whatsoever. But anyway, guys, just a little bit of video there. My recommendation, guys, is keep your fishing west of Missouri. It's a lot more relaxing and enjoyable. Stay away from anything east of the Mississippi River if possible because it's ridiculous. It's overdeveloped, too many people, it's polluted, too many cars, too much traffic, too many big cities, basically everything I don't like. So anyway, guys, let me know what you think about it. Talk to you later.